Say, this is Bill. I got Tony here with me today. We're going to be going over how to do YouTube SEO. YouTube SEO. That's right, YouTube SEO. If you saw Chris Palmer and myself last night, we were talking about it. He said, don't let all the secrets out because you're crushing the necks of your competition. My only secret, really, besides everything you're going to see on my spreadsheet is, Tony. He's not going to be talking about everything. We can't let everything out of the box, but basically Tony is my secret. It's not CTR manipulation. It is not micro workers. I'm literally going to show you my micro workers account. I could show you the videos I've done micro workers on, and it's not the ones I'm ranking for. I can tell you that much. There's like 3 videos I did micro workers on: the rap video, one of the CTR videos, and one black hat video. But like the main keywords you'll see me ranking for: local SEO course, local SEO expert, William Jones SEO, William Jones SEO expert, William Jones reviews, black hat SEO expert. All those keywords, not a damn one of them are with CTR manipulation nor micro workers in the traditional sense. Like most people, when they think of micro workers or CTR, they go with me, Hydra Viper, and microworkers.com. And there are other ways to do CTR manipulation besides that. One of which is I have a 60,000 email list. I have an email list that's very large, and I'll send out blasts. There's different things we'll go over, but that's one way. Push notifications, that's another. Facebook ads, that's another. Google ads, that's another. Okay, these are all things that I'll actually use that a lot of people may or may not think about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We got quite a bit of people in here, and I'll let y'all, if anybody comes in, we'll let them in as we kind of go. After the course is done, after the class is done, I will be dropping the spreadsheet in the back end of the rankfortressacademy.com. The video, as usual, will be in the back end of rankfortressacademy.com. If you have any questions, yes, Dan, it's being recorded. If you have any questions whatsoever, just drop it in the bottom, and me and Tony will get to them. May not be right now, may be towards the end, but we will get to them. All right, so let's go. So this is, if you will, my spreadsheet that I have for my YouTube channel, optimization, right? First thing we got to do, and I'm going to go through everything, but we're going to set up our channel. Then, as y'all know, anybody that knows me, been in the YouTube, classes that we've already done, I have my Wave Video Maker SOP for automated videos. When I say automated, I mean blogs, because I do a lot of blogs. We'll do the blogs, and then we'll push them through Wave Video Maker. How do we make those into a Wave video and then optimize them for a local business? All right. Next thing, how to create your local videos. What do I do? Everything I do, right? Next, this is where I'm going to get in with, Tony and everything. And I call it carpet bombing your competition. If you don't know what carpet bombing is, go look it up on the internet, and you'll see exactly what I mean. It basically means annihilating your competition. They have no hope in hell of getting above you. The only way they could ever get above you is find out all the little secrets we're going to talk about. And then finally, taking those videos and mirroring those videos on your website. And then I could have had a sixth section, which would have been daisy chaining those videos to your GMB. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, right? Let me stop sharing that and go back. It's kind of hard to do that. So first thing, and I've went over this in class before, is your GCID. How many of y'all remember, if you can do a 1 or 2, what is your GCID? How do you find out what your GCID is? Give me a 1 if you know. If you don't know, put a 2. That's right. Mike says Plepper. All right. So Plepper, we'll go over some Plepper because I love Plepper. Chris and me talk about Plepper all the time, but anybody in local SEO will tell you. All right, let's go ahead and screen share. So first things first, we're going to do our research. So if I'm a plumber, or I'm a doctor, or I do medical marijuana, or I'm a construction worker or restoration, I go to Plepper and I want to know, for instance, we go to tools, your business categories right here, and I want to know what's my GCID category. So let's say I'm a plumber. So here's my GCID is plumber, right? Obviously. Let's say it was roofing or roofer. You may think I should just do roofer, but reality is you should say roofing contractor. Okay. So I find out my GCID category. I tell you over here on the right what we're doing, manual or non-manual, right? And then the next thing I'm going to do is I go to SEMrush. This is about the only few times you'll ever see me use SEMrush or Ahrefs, is when I'm doing initial, if you will, research. And I go to keyword magic tool. And in this case, let's say, you know, if you're a roofer, and your website's about roof replacement, stuff like that, or roof repairs, this is going to give me ideas. Okay, what are people looking for? So there's other tools I use, especially with YouTube, where I go and I'll show you, for example, what are people actually making videos about? And then I'll make videos on those specific things. You can get those statistics, and a lot of times we'll see this. Okay, so it's the roofing contractor, roof lining, roof repairs, etc. So I get that information from SEMrush, Ahrefs. The other one, which I mention a lot of times, which, you know, seems natural to me, is, let's say, roof repair in Orlando, just for all intents and purposes. And I look at all these other questions Google is telling me people are looking for, right? They're looking for, how much does roof repair cost? What if your roofer does a bad job? Just simple stuff like that. It seems simple to me, but for some people, it's apparently not. Now, sorry. We always want, in my opinion, you want a new Gmail address, right, for any YouTube channel you're going to set up. It doesn't necessarily need to be attached to your personal, email. You can set up a separate email. And I'm not saying it does anything magical or not, but you can actually, when you set up the email address, you can take that email and you're going to stuff as much as possible. Set up the email to be, in this case, a plumber. Let's say plumber Tallahassee, 2021 at gmail.com. Right. And then I'm going to upload a profile picture. Right. Now, when I say, and I don't know how many, some of y'all have been with me for a while, some of y'all might be new. But when I say upload a profile picture using a black hat method regarding optimization of the image, give me a 1 if you know what I'm talking about. Give me a 2 if you have no fucking clue. Okay. We'll go over it, but I just want to kind of see, how many of you do, how many of you don't. We'll run through these. So you're going to set your profile image up. You're going to name your channel. I'm going to show you how do you do this. You write your channel description. How do I write it? I use Conversion AI. I'm just going to go through these real quick, then we're going to actually go through and show you how to do it. Set your channel tags. What is a tag? It's a keyword. What are you trying to rank for? What's the channel mainly about? Sorry, I got dry throat. Is it about in my case, Google My Business SEO is about Google My Business audits, local SEO. I don't do like a whole lot of affiliate marketing, so you're never going to really see me change my channel to be affiliate marketing type keywords. You're then going to create playlists. Playlists are based off of the pages on your local website. So in my case, if I'm a roofer and I have metal roofing, or I have asphalt roofing, pitched roofing, flat roofing, commercial roofing, residential roofing repairs, I'm going to create playlists based off of all of that. This is what we did when we did the sod installation company as well. The only backlinking I did when I did the sod installation company was the YouTube stack that we sell, which I'm showing y'all. And then on top of it, we did one press release. That is it. Okay. So your channel tags, your playlists. And the next one, we'll go over the black hat method as well. Setting your banner image, which I haven't went over all of it, but set over your banner image and optimizing it, again, using the black hat method. All right. When I say black hat method, we're going to layer or use image layering using the CID link, the review link, the keywords, category keywords, such as if you go to Wikipedia and I look up a roofer, there's probably some things roofers use that are just not just roofing contractor. Okay. Let's say roofing nails, roofing hammer, you know, stuff like this. And we're going to use, we can use those in the image. Set your video watermark and optimize it. Set your channel custom URL. You can set a custom URL. Adon, if you already have an existing channel, you can go through it and edit and change things. Okay. Set the layout of your channel and set the channel contact. All right. So first steps first, if you have, I don't know if you have Photoshop. If you have Photoshop, that's a good one. If you have Canva, Canva is another good one. I just don't like using Canva too much because I'm used to Photoshop, right? But if you go into Canva and you go down here, you can see Canva on my screen. Give me a nod your head if you see it. Okay, let me see. Okay, share the screen. Let's go back to it. All right, so if you go into Canva, right, and we want to set our YouTube channel art, you see this right here under social media, hit YouTube channel. And it's already set up. So if I was to take any one of these and put this on my channel, it would basically be optimized. When you're wanting to set up your YouTube channel, one of the things, just like Facebook optimization, is there's a certain viewpoint that's within, let's say, this viewpoint that can be seen if you're on mobile. If you're outside of that, it won't be seen on mobile. It might be seen on desktop, it might be seen on a TV, but it won't be seen on mobile. And we want to optimize for mobile because that's what most people are going to be using when they're watching YouTube. Okay. So if you go into Canva, literally, I don't know how many of y'all have used it. You can, let's say, click on this one. We hit use template or use this template, customize it. And I can change these layers and everything else, put in my tags, whatever I want to do, right? It's just not necessarily how I personally like to do it. I like Photoshop. I'm much more comfortable with Photoshop than I am necessarily with Canva. But let's go ahead and give you an example of what I'm talking about when I say layering, if you will, images, and how do we do that, and how do we put the GCID on there? Because I know someone's going to be like, I don't even understand how the hell to do it. We do the same thing a lot of times with our images on a website. And we do the same thing with our images a lot of times on GMB posts. It just depends. And the other reason you're going to need to know this is I do the same method on my YouTube covers and my end art. If I ever have end art, which I never usually do end art, I usually only do it on a YouTube cover. I don't really do a whole lot of the other stuff. But for example, let's go here and okay, right. So this is generally the size you're going to need it. And I'm not going to, we're not going to go through it and make it up or anything like that. I am actually going to be coming out with a new YouTube channel, but I'm not going to be revealing what it is for obvious reasons. But let's say your channel right here, this was about a roofer, right? This is all optimization. When I talk about optimization, right, and I'm going to add some text. A better way, let's say, even if, this is about a roofer, I'm going to take this, maybe it's not solid black. If it wasn't solid black, it wouldn't be so easy. Let's go, let me try to grab another image so I can give y'all kind of even a better example. Let's say it was a roofer. I'm just going to grab an image and kind of show you. The other thing I'll do when I'm looking for an image, this is something I learned from Brent regarding YouTube, is go to a Google search and say what images, when I'm looking at roof repair in Orlando, is Google saying is in the top 5. And I'll grab one of these images, let's say it's this image, and I'll change it a little bit and stuff like that. But I'm just giving you an example of image layering real quick. So how would I put text over this image? I'm just giving you an example. Let's say this was the image we were going to use. I'm not saying it is, but just bear with me. Let's do this kind of real quick and nasty. And don't think I'm not good at graphics. I have someone else do it for me. So just bear with me. So let's say this is my graphic, right? This is the area that I need to put my text, right? And I'm going to say Orlando roofing contractor, right? I'm just kind of giving y'all an example, right? Let's say this was going to be your cover photo, and I want to stuff this with keywords or very specific things about, if you will, a roofer. Yep, go ahead. Ask unmute. Go ahead. Can't see.
I can't see your screen.
Yeah, I got it. There you go. So let's say this is, I'm not a good graphics person. I have someone else do my graphics for me, but for all intents and purposes, just to show you how I'd layer this and how I'd get keywords in it is, give me 1 second. So for instance, if we went to Wikipedia, I know, because I've done it enough, shingles is a keyword, roofing, nail gun is a keyword, roof, so one of the things we could do, we take, if you will, I'll do it in red so you can see me as I do it. I go over the roof right here and I'll go roof. Let's go ahead so you can see it while I'm doing it. Just for example, shingles, right? And we wanted to actually, if you will, do this image, or if you will, put this keyword over this image over and 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 over, whatever you want, right? now how do we get this? So obviously it's not going to be seen, because what you got to understand is you don't want it seen to the naked eye, but Google's AI or artificial intelligence will still read it. I know this because I've done it before and I've tested it. So let's say I wanted to make it match this back here. I choose a color. Now you barely see it. Another way you could change this if you wanted to tone it down a little bit is you go to the opacity over here on the right, and I can take the opacity down so your naked eye doesn't see it nearly as much. So now you don't even see it. Now, if this was on the actual mobile view, you don't see it, but I know Google's AI sees it. I've actually tested this before. Now, let's say, for example, you wanted to say this was a nail gun. You could do the same thing, same keyword next to it, and it says nail gun. You could say the same thing and put a keyword over here and say roofing contractor. Right? Just kind of give you some examples. And we take that keyword and we could put them in here, you know, or some as much as we can, like that. And then we go, of course, over to his nice little blue jeans. And then we can tone it down once again. All right. But the key here is we want these keywords in here regardless. You know, you tone it down some, you barely see it. Same thing you could put over here, say roof, you know, shingles, gutter, roofing gutter, all this, right? And then when I go to save this, I want to save it as roofing. I do it a little different. I use a plus symbol. Contractor Orlando. And then whenever I upload it, I'm going to upload it as that. Okay. So now, just to give you kind of an example, when we go to do a YouTube channel, say if we wanted to go to this and we wanted to customize this channel, and how do we customize the channel? So you have your YouTube channel, it's created. Let me make sure I'm sharing once again. So you have your YouTube channel, you've logged in. This is the YouTube channel. And how do I quote unquote customize it? You go to brand, you can go, there's several things we'll do eventually, but you go to branding. This is the image we just created. We want to change that. And let's say we wanted to actually use this image. We hit upload and see, this is where using Canva comes into place. You'd want to squeeze this Orlando in over here because it's telling you it'd be viewable on desktop, but on mobile, it's not going to be viewable. So this is where you'd want to squeeze things into the center. Same thing we do whenever we do a profile optimization for Facebook profile. All right, it's going to be viewable on desktop, but not viewable on your TV. So, but nevertheless, that's part of it. Okay, let's go ahead and go over, pull this over here so I can see everything. So we create a profile, we upload the profile. Here's your profile, change it, remove it. You can choose whatever image you want that you've optimized, which we just went over. Change it here, change your banner image here, and then you're going to want to have a watermark. A watermark is so when someone tries to steal your damn video, okay, and they try to take your video maybe and use it elsewhere or claim it as their own, you have a watermark on it. which means whenever, even if they take it, you'll see your video watermark or your logo over it. Okay. So that's going to be the next step. You know, we got our, now we have, if you will, our profile image, our banner image optimized. We have it layered. We're using layering of images to do all that. Inside of your Google account, how many of you know how to, if you will, change your, this right here, right? How do we change your channel information? You just go to your basic info, type in, I could type in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or in this case, you go, for instance, roofer or roofing contractor, Orlando, right? And if I was to publish that, it would now have this as my channel name right here, right? Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want a description. Let's say your description is about yourself, and let's give you kind of an example: roofing contractor, not in the Philippines, of course, but Orlando. I personally, I'm just going to grab one just so you can see, you know, just so you can see how we do it. Let's say this was our company we were trying to optimize for, right? You can either directly use this, or you could go into, for example, Conversion AI to write your text and copy. But generally, when you have an actual website, I want to mirror, or if you will, shadow the website. I want it to mirror the website. So I would drop that in here. You can get up to 1,000 words of content in here. So you want to take advantage of that. So if I could get 1,000 words in here, why would I not try to get as much content in here as possible, right? And I will sit here, if this was the website, I would take this and fill it out as much as possible, right? Just trying to give you an example. That's 800 and something words or characters, and we can get 1,000 characters in here. That's what we want to do. Now your channel, right? You can change your channel name and everything. You log into YouTube and you change that. This is your channel URL, if you will. The next thing you're going to want to do, let's say, for example, it was this client in specific. Let's see if we can get their map location. We can't, we'll go somewhere else and get another one. So amazingly, this person does not have their map on here, which I'm always flabbergasted when I see someone in local SEO not using their Google Maps. So let's go roof repair Orlando, and just say, for example, this was the roofer we wanted to do, and it's Thomas Roofing and Repair. We would go to maps. So you see this URL up here, right? If I wanted to share this listing and I wanted to add that listing to my channel, right, with links. So the links you want to share are, what links are you trying to send people to? Is it an offer? Is it a funnel? In my case, is it a course? Is it, in, you know, this specific case, if it's your local business, I would want to go to my local business, grab the share link right here, hit copy, add the links in. Link title, you know, let's name this Google My Business. I mean, whatever the keyword is, whatever you want to name it, go for it. That's URL. Let's say I had another one, I add it there. I want to put about 3, but there's not going to be a whole lot more than 3 that I'm going to want to do. Okay. You can put the first 5 links on your banner. Like if you go to my channel per se, let's switch accounts real quick and I'll show you. All right. So your channel, if you went to here and you see these up here, these are all tied to different places where I'm sending them. Okay. So we want to put the links up there, specifically your powerful links, or if you will, your Google My Business, your business link. Let's say maybe your contact us page. Okay. Here you want to use, this is why we said to use it. You want to use an email address that has the keyword in it. We're going to take that and add that to the email address, and that's going to be our contact. Okay. Now, once we have all that, if you will, we've got the basic information set up, right? So you have your branding, you have your layout, okay? You have all this. Now, layout, what is layout? Layout, for example, is, in my case, I have an intro video right here. And then I have a very specific way where we call them shelves, where each of the videos are set up. Which videos do I want to show first? Is it live streams? Is it shorts? Is it specific videos, popular level uploads, etc.? And we can do all of that in our layout in your featured sections right here. All right, the trailer is going to be this image in this video right here. This is my trailer. I'm trying to tell people, what is my channel about? What is my business about? Specifically in local SEO, what's my business about? I'm the #1 Orlando roofer, blah, 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 you know, stuff like that. Adding sections, you can add up to 12 sections. A section to be, I could go popular uploads or short videos or live now. You know, do I want to put that there or not? You know, what do I want to put? You know, it may be next after live right now. It may be popular uploads, or it may be past live streams, or it may be a specific playlist. You're right. It could be all of those different things, and we want to get this all completely set up, right? If you go over to settings, and we can also set up our channel, right? If you missed that, you go over here on your left-hand side where it says settings. And over here is where we're going to say, okay, general, this US dollar, you know, channel. What keywords or tags do I want on my channel? What specific things? All right. Advanced settings, I really don't, you know, I leave it, you know, I leave this alone usually. Feature ability, I leave this alone for right now. Your upload defaults. The upload default would be, when I'm uploading a video, what do I want the title to automatically be? What do I want the description to automatically be? What do I want my visibility to be? Private, unlisted, or public? What are my tags that I want on automatically for my uploads? Underneath your advanced settings, do you have automatic chapters? Yes, you always want to allow for automatic chapters. That's a new feature they just rolled out. Do you got closed caption? What language is it in? You know, what's the title and description language? Do you want to hold inappropriate comments? I would tell you yes, because there are some a-holes that will come in there and just start, I mean, saying all types of dirty stuff or whatever. You know, you get bots that come in here. If you have a community, now how do you get a community? A community is once you're over 1,000 subscribers, okay, you now qualify, if you will, for community features being polls and posting images and a bunch of other stuff you can do. You can add moderators via email or channel URL of a user. Okay, if I wanted to let Tony moderate, I could take his URL, slap it in here, make him a moderator. I can hide users. I can block certain keywords. I can block links. All right, and then once you do that, you would hit save and close, right? And that's pretty much, if you will, the actual channel per se, right? We went over the watermarks for our videos. We already shown that. We're going to we already set the channel links, the web pages, the Google site. You can also link whenever you're setting up your links, which we showed you, for instance, on your information right here. You can also drop in your Google site. Okay. You put your GMB, you would put, in my case, I would tell you, put your website first, put your maps link, and then put your Google site link. So you want these all chained together and tied together. From there, we're going to set the layout of our channel, which we went over, which was, if you will, up here. And then after that, we're going to set the channel email. We already went over that. Do I have any questions so far before we go to the next part, which is the Wave Video SOP Maker? Got any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, were y'all able to see my screen when I was showing you the YouTube and the sections? Want to make sure, because some people weren't able to see the screen a couple of minutes back. Okay, yep, you were able to see it. You were able to see it. Great. Okay, next section is going to be the Wave Video Maker. How many of y'all know about Wave? I've been telling everybody about Wave since we got, they got rid of, I forget when GoDaddy purchased the other one. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wave Video Maker. So with Wave Video Maker, I can basically take a blog. I can take it, upload the text, and it will make the video for me. I download it, chooses the images, it chooses the video, it chooses the words, it chooses everything. And generally, it's pretty damn good at choosing appropriate images for whatever it's reading on your text. Okay. Once again, does anyone know why you would want to use Wave Video Maker and a video that has text in it that's scrolling as the video is playing? Anyone know? Give me a guess. Yep, Vidnami. God rest in peace. Relevancy, keywords. Correct. Google's AI sees all of that. So you'll see Chris or myself do certain things in the videos that we make. I mean, one of which I'll give you, which is it's no secret. Chris comes out, he goes, "I'm Chris Palmer. We're going over Google Maps SEO." That's right, Google Maps SEO, Google Maps SEO, because not only does Google, who owns YouTube, hear it, they also see it because of the closed captions. And whenever I'm saying that in the first few seconds, Google picks it up, right? Google's going to pick it up. That's also why you name your video appropriately, put your descriptions in there, put in your timestamps and everything else. But Wave Video Maker, I have a SOP over here. I kind of wanted to show y'all too. Let me pull that for you. And then I'll show you Wave. It's going to be on tab 2 of, and I'll send y'all all this. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to let me upload this link so y'all can kind of have it while we're going. Would y'all like that? Let me drop this into my Google Drive, and then I'm going to give this to you so y'all could have it while we're going along, instead of waiting until we're done and then putting it in the back end. Everybody will have it now. Y'all could follow me as we do this. So this is not like our normal session. Our normal session is, an hour. This might be 2 hours. I don't know yet. So let's say get link, copy it, done. I'm dropping this into the group chat. Make sure you go grab it. This is the spreadsheet I'm going over. So once you get it, open it and go to tab 2. On tab 2, once you open it, just drop in, yes, you got it. Yes, 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 yes. Make sure we get a bunch of yeses. Awesome. Laurette, yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So on tab 2, you'll see it's called Wave Video Maker SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. So you're going to sign into Wave Video Maker. We'll go through these real quick and then I'll actually show you. Sign into Wave Video Maker. Go to My Videos, create a new video. Use your blog or press release as your text as is. As is. You're going to paste your text or content. You're going to divide the text to break the line. Each paragraph will become a new video scene. If you don't do that, it ain't going to work. Okay. Don't check use the premium stock assets unless you got a bunch of money you just want to dump on this thing. And I don't use premium stock for any of my videos that I do with this because I'm doing it for the sole purpose of ranking it. Tony does also, and he'll go over this probably a little later, he does have a video service and a video review service. Besides everything else that he does for me, he has a bunch of other YouTube services. He's been doing this as long as the day is night. Okay. Then check the next button, which is next, obviously. Choose a format and stay horizontal, not vertical. Go to audio, you choose the music. I generally choose like some elevator music. I don't want some, rock and roll or, craziness going on there. Publish the video, it's going to download it. Once it's published, you'll download it as an MP4. When you download that video, make sure you save the video according to whatever keywords you're trying to rank for. You always want to try to get the keywords into everything you can. When you're rendering, if there is an error, the picture will be shown on a pop-up and it will tell you what the error is. Okay. Generally, the error may be you wound up using some premium pictures or videos you didn't know about. Now they're going to say, hey, I want to charge you $5 or $10 or whatever per each item. Once you download it, you're good. Go to next tab means our next tab on optimizing your videos for best SEO. But first, I want to show you, for example, optimizing, if you will, and creating an automatic video. We were doing this. I have done this on a couple of my blogs just to show people how to do it. But let's say, for example, I'll give you for example real quick. I'm going in here. This is one of my blogs. If you don't know, I actually have a blog, believe it or not. I don't write as much as I wish I did, but we do write. Okay. So if I wanted to take how to learn local SEO and all of this right here, right? I could take all of this, right? It's a long ass blog. This is why we don't write blogs too much, because they're pretty damn long when we do them. But let's say I go to my videos because I'm already signed in. Let's sign in with Google. Hopefully it will let me sign in. So my boys is the one that usually use this one. All right. My videos. New video. How are you going to use it? Do you want to start with a template? Do you want to start with stock videos and images or text? If you just took this blog right here instead of the text, it will actually take, there's two methods of doing it, right? If I take the text, I could go in there and I can set up and break up, if you will, the images like I just showed y'all on the paragraphs, and it will use all of the text. So I could have a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50-minute damn video, right, of nothing but text. Or I could go create new video and just say blog post, drop in my link. I don't want to use premium assets. What's the standard video? What's the desired video duration? Do I want one? No, necessarily. I want it to be, do I want it to look like this? Do I want it to be like this? Do I want it to look like this? Let's just grab this one, right? And create video. And that's going to create the video and stuff. And hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. I've never seen it not do it. Let me look at some of these questions here. Yeah, Jeff has, by the way, he has a team of graphic artists. Anyone needs them. So that's one way. So this is, if you will, the video spit out. I'm going to play it just so y'all could see it. I haven't chosen any music or nothing like that yet, but you would. Right. So you kind of see it actually chose the images that go with the text. It looks at the text and goes, okay, this is the images I should use. You know, I've done this, we've done this over and over and over and over again, and it's never, I've never had it put an image in there that it shouldn't, right? And it's going to take, and you can change the speed of it. You can change the images of it. You can add an image if you want. You can take an image out if you want. It just all depends on what you want to do. You can also add in watermarks. You'll see over here, stickers, audio. What type of music do you want? You want happy, playful, cinematic, business? You know, you go in here and you just, okay, let's do that one. And it's, you know, just like elevator music, really. It's not, you don't want to come in here gangbusters and say, let me get some hip hop or some, you know, Marilyn Manson or some craziness. I mean, I will sometimes get electronic music just because I love electronic music. So that's just me though. And that's the only type of music I'll probably use outside of elevator music. Once it's done, I hit publish, right? And that's really, I mean, I'll show you, maybe let me pull a video where we're actually, if you will, completely done. Like, let's grab one of these. So rank math versus, or this one right here. Let's grab this one and watch it. It hasn't been published yet. Let's go to edit so you can see it. So it has music on it and all that stuff, but you're not going to really hear the music whenever, I just kind of wanted to show you. Add 10 or more locations, rank Fortress Digital Agency. It's going to choose images that it thinks it needs, because this is about, if you will, GMB, Google My Business. So it's grabbing different images. Right? And so I don't necessarily have to have a top of the line videographer. I can use my blog and I can use Wave Video Maker. I will drop my Wave video link in the back end. Yes, I am an affiliate of Wave. The only reason I use Wave is when Vidnami, you know, God's rest its peace, got bought out by GoDaddy. I was looking for something and someone said, hey, have you seen Wave? And I checked it out. I was like, man, this is awesome, because you know, everything else doesn't even come close that I've seen to Wave. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and stop Wave real quick. Do y'all have any questions about Wave right now? Any questions about Wave? Drop them in the chat. Okay, perfect. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. It's a video maker. I would use those like we did on the sod installation. I took videos and we made videos for every single one of those pages. And those videos we attached in every single one of the pages, mirrored them. Correct, Carl. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. The other harder way is just take the text, copy it, and split it up yourself. That will give you a much longer video when you do it manually. When you just do the blog link, it's going to choose certain things and leave out certain things. There is a free version, but you're limited on the free version. It's not very expensive from what I remember. Let me go to Canva and look. Again, let me log out so I can see the prices, not Canva, but Wave. So the pricing on it free. You can do basic video editing, 2 million royalty-free video clips. You cannot access or purchase any video clips or images. You only get 5 free video embeds. You only have a 15-second limit. So whereas me, I can put in there, pretty much as long as I want video, and it's no problem. You're also going to have it's going to have Wave's brand on it. When you're a creator or business, you can pretty much create as many videos as you want. I have multiple licenses, so I can do video after video after video all day long because we do them for all of our clients. Okay, so that should answer your question. It's at wave.video.com. Wave.video, not .com, but wave.video. Sorry about that. I'm automatically want to say .com. All right, on the next tab, if you go to it, is optimizing your videos for best SEO. Believe it or not, video SEO is not that much different than regular SEO. What are you going to title your video? Right? You don't want to just go in here. Sometimes it depends on it. Is this for local SEO? Is this for, in my case, for someone talking about Google Maps, Google SEO? You may want to do some research and find out what are some top performing areas. Like I could tell you for me was Google Maps. Google Maps versus or local SEO course or courses or help videos, tips, hacks. There's different things that if you look at it will actually show you a lot of people are watching it and it's trending versus doing some, which some people do, especially long tail keywords that no one's searching for, never going to get traffic. That's if you're doing it for, wanting a video YouTube channel. If you're wanting it just for local SEO, I personally am just going to title it according to, let's say it was roof repair in Tallahassee, Florida, or metal roofing Tallahassee, Florida. I would say metal roofing Tallahassee, Florida. I would name it according to whatever I'm trying to rank for. I will drop that Wave link for you. Give me 1 second, Shane. Oh, Wave. This is my Wave video link for anyone wanting it. I will drop it in after the class as well too. So when I'm looking at a video, I want to look at the top performing website. Another thing we want to do, which Brent has mentioned too, is on your title, right? Depending on, okay, let me show you, for example, I want to give you a good example of this. All right. So this is the YouTube channel for the sod installer. Right? We just have a lot of videos, right? Here's an example of how you should set up the video. The title, sod installation St. Louis. I don't put the www dot. I just put the brand name, sodinstallstlouis.com. Right? Sodinstallstlouis.com. Let me close that out. Move this over. Right? So that's the first thing. Your title. Whenever I'm uploading the video and I choose the location of the video, what date was the video made? Right? Step 2, adding the title or website link in the title. All right. And I'm going to give this video link for y'all so you can kind of use this. Let me drop it in chat. You're going to be able to use this as a template, if you will, of how to set everything up, right? When I want y'all to look at something, look at this as a way to set up your local, if you will, SEO channel for a local business. the images, the YouTube channel. This is, you know, how it should be done in my specific case and what I would advise you to do. You have your title here. You mention your title and your description. You have your timestamps. Okay, timestamps. You know, if you're doing it for your own local business, you can go into Google search and find out, once again, what are people also looking for when it comes to a roofing repair? What questions are they asking? I will grab them from here and use those as timestamps. I've also done and pissed some people off in which I went to their video, found out their timestamps, copied their timestamps, and they act like you copied the whole damn video. In reality, all I did was copy the timestamps when I go live, and then afterwards I edit it. But in this case specifically, you put in the name, address, phone number, what we call the NAP, name, address if he had one, but he's a service area business, phone number, website link. I put in their latitude and longitude. Okay. I put in their GCID or maps link into the video. Right. I put in their Google page link. I put in the hashtags I'm trying to rank for, in this case, sod installation St. Louis. The hashtags should match whatever the name of your video is. So if your video is how to install sod, your hashtag would be how to install sod. Right? Then this description, because you can put a lot of characters in your description, you want to max it out as much as possible. Right? So I put in my description, and at the bottom, I repeat myself. I put my timestamps in again. And then I put my NAP in again. And I put my Latin long in again. And I put the same links again. I repeat myself, right? Key factor here, whenever you're doing timestamps, you always want to use 00 semicolon 00, because if you go over 60 minutes and you don't have it set up that way, your timestamps, i.e. your chapters, will not be linked the way they're supposed to be linked. A timestamp, if you look at it, or links, it creates these little chapters or sections. You see when I'm scrolling over this video how it changes the text over that section, because it's based upon these chapters. Okay. This is the template you are going to follow. All right. I want to make sure that y'all have this. Let me go ahead and stop and make sure y'all have it. Okay. That's the video that you're going to want to, if you will, use as your template. Copy it. I don't give a shit. Copy the whole thing. And what you do is you take this, you copy this, and I'll even do this. I'm going to put this in the back end as well, so y'all can copy it as a template. Right? So anytime you go to make your video, all you got to do is come into this little bad boy right here, right? This template that I'm going to essentially give you on Notepad. You just have to come in here and change it. Okay, well, this is what your title should be. This is your, timestamps. This is your name, address, phone number. So you don't have to go, what the hell do I put here, Bill? I don't remember. So it's all here, right? So you're just going to change that, edit it, and, we'll go from there. Let me pull up one more thing here. Almost to you, Mr. Tony. So that is going to be how you're going to, if you will, optimize, but we'll go through it some more. You add in your hashtags, you add in your relevant playlists. You could add in links in here to your playlists or different offers. If this playlist is about, metal roofing, you will have a playlist that's completely about metal roofing. What is a playlist? Right? These are playlists. My playlists are based upon, like I've said before, my pages on my website. So all of that should mirror my services, all my pages, services, SOD, tips and guide. I mirror everything. The same thing I do on a Google My Business listing, I do it on the website and I do it on YouTube. Okay. So if I was writing about tips and guides, right, I could take every video that's in here and put it into the template or into that video, right? All right, so let's keep going. So when you're uploading a video, I'll give you an example. When you're uploading a video, let's just grab one that I got to do later today anyways. Let me switch out of here so I can show you kind of what you got to do. Switch account. And let's go back to Google My Business. All right, so I got to upload a video. When I go to upload this video, I'm going to have named it appropriately. Let me do that first. Give me 1 second. Oh, come on. So we're going to upload the video, hit create. This is one way of doing it. But you upload the video. When you're uploading the video, it's going to ask you, is this video made for children? All right. It's going to take a bit. It's uploading it. Once you upload it, you're going to change your title. Here's where you put your description. You want a thumbnail, which we've already discussed. Layer the images, layer the keywords in there, save the image according to what your title of that video is. Do you want to add it to a playlist? You always add your videos to playlists. Your playlist, i.e. your main keywords. What are your main keywords? No, it's not made for kids, because if you say, yes, it's made for kids, guess what? You can't have commenting on it. I want to hit no, it's not made for kids so I can have comments on it. Then I'm going to hit show more. Do you got paid promotions in here? Do you want automatic chapters? What are your tags? What language is it in? Right? All this information needs to be filled out. Next. Monetization, if you monetize your videos. I'm going to hit no for right now. Next, do you want to add subtitles? You always add subtitles. Auto sync it. Done. Do you want to end screen? You import it from your video, or you could add it. What do you want it to look like as an end screen? Do you want to import it from the video or not? Do you want to add an element, a playlist, a subscribe button? Do you want it to say subscribe? What do you want it to say? I normally don't use it too often. I don't use cards too often, but you can. I've not had to use them unless Tony winds up telling me, hey, dumbass, start using cards, and I'm not really using them too often. Is there copyright issues? Is it suitable for ads? Yes. If you're running ads, is it unlisted, private, or public? Unlisted right now. Do you want to schedule it? This is what Mr. Tony and me were talking about last night. And premiere it. Something wonderful happens when you premiere shit. You want to see it? So let's go over here. Can y'all see my Google screen? Nod your head or wave your hand. You can see my Google screen. Okay. So let's type in, let's go William Jones SEO review. What the fuck do you know? I'm all the way up at the top with my reviews. That's what happens when you do Premiere. So, Premiere basically means set a time for it to be watched, and you can invite people to watch it and hit schedule. Right? That's being saved as a draft because I'm going to go back to it later. Obviously, don't want to just publish that, so I'm going to delete it because I actually will edit it a little bit, change the title, save the name of whatever I'm trying to rank for before we go and do that. All right. So as I've discussed already, you enter in the 3 title tags on step 12, step 13. Main language of the video, closed captioning, set the recording date, where's your location of the video, select the category, is it education? Generally I choose education. Allow comments and likes. You always, unless you're complete moron, you want to check yes, you want comments. Even if the haters come, let the haters come. Because what you don't understand when they come in and hate on your video, because I got a lot of them lately that want to come in and hate on videos, they're creating engagement. Even if they come in here and put thumbs down on something, guess what they did, right? They're creating engagement. You know, engagement means YouTube doesn't go, oh, this person doesn't like the video, I'm not going to show it to them. It's going to say this person watched the damn video. They don't care. It's creating engagement. That's what Google and YouTube loves, just like Facebook. They love the shit. Okay. And like what's his name says, Ray, yeah, piss someone off by noon, you're not marketing hard enough. Let's go through this. Okay, add subtitles. We went over that. Make an optimized cover photo. Cover photo is all these beautiful little photos you see. I do the same thing whenever I'm making my cover photo. Let me exit out of this real quick and I'll show you. I have this template and I go through here and I'll change different layers and I put text in here. What's my keywords? I want to get my keyword in here. I want to get it in over here. I will do layering in this image up here. Anywhere I can get layering in, I'll do it. Okay. Change the image. If I'm talking about, once again, Brent, he's told me some cool things that we've talked about and we used on the sod thing was, if it's about, you know, metal roof repair, let's just take that one. Why would I just choose any old image instead of grabbing one that Google's saying is nice? All you got to do is take the metal roofing image and edit it a little bit. You don't have to change it completely. Or you get an image similar. You go, okay, well, Google's saying these images are the best ones. Let me go to Dreamstime or Canva or some other place and find an image that reflects what Google is showing is the top type of images they are showing or indexing. Okay, and then I use that here, and then I do textual layers and everything else because this thing's got so many textual layers, it's not even funny. This anonymous dude is anytime I do black hat stuff, I always do that. Okay. You can add in, like I say in step 19, add in an optional end screen, add in your cards, always, and I mean always set it to public. Private's only if you don't want people to see it, except specific people, okay, that you got to invite. Hidden is you only want people to see it that I send the link to, okay? Right, the next one, which is when I'm going to let Tony talk about, we're going to talk about carpet bombing your competition. That's what I call Tony. He's my carpet bomber. You ever want to know what carpet bombing is? Carpet bombing. Let's look it up. This is what carpet bombing is. So I think it's a perfect picture. Carpet bombing, known as saturation bombing. Dropping the holy shit out of videos and annihilating somebody. They don't exist. You know, someone comes at you with one little video or 2 or 3 little videos, you drop 50 of those bitches on them. You know, that's what carpet bombing is. So Tony's going to talk about it a lot. The gist of it is, I'll give you a gist and I'm going to let Tony talk. So once you have that video, I take that video and I embed it in a blog. And then I take that same blog and I embed it and I create a press release out of it. Like I've went over, using the images from the Google My Business posts. And then I also take the video and embed it in my press release. Okay. And then I can take that video, put them on Web 20 assets and any other assets that you own. One of the key factors, and I mentioned this in step 4 on call, in tab 4, is always, this is the same thing with Facebook, is always, always respond to comments, because it creates engagement. And I want to create a comment. When I comment back on someone, let's say it's about Google Maps or Google Audits, I go, hey, John, or hey, Johnny, or glad you liked it. Is there any Google My Business questions that you have for me? And I use an open-ended question trying to get him to re-engage with me to bump up my engagement score, which I know Tony's going to go over some things like that and how to increase your engagement and stuff, all that type of jazz. So drop in your social platforms, ask people to do a specific search. That's the other type of CTR I've been doing. I don't do a whole lot of the other stuff. I go do a specific search. Hey, go do this search, give them the, the exact keyword, look for this video, like this video, comment on this video. Okay. Because I do that, you've noticed, in my group. Then I have a 60,000, email list. And Tony, I'm going to unmute you, let you go ahead and take it over from here. And then once Tony's done, the last tab on this screen, we'll go over. But once again, I'm going to let Tony talk for a bit, and then I'll pick up once he's done. Let me unmute you, Tony. You're good to go. I'm going to enable screen sharing for you.
Okay.
It's a lot. Tony's got a lot too, so give me a break.
Okay. Hi, folks. Tony here, Link Daddy. Just to give you a little bit of background, I moved to Russia. My wife is Russian. And so I got there and she said, right, you need to start making money. And of course, I didn't speak Russian. And so I had to, think pretty fast what to do. And I bought a course called Maps Marketing Blueprint off David Sprague. And at the time, he was promoting the idea of making Animoto videos, uploading them to YouTube, putting the keyword in the title, in the description, and so on. And that's what started me on basically video marketing, creating YouTube channels, ranking videos. And I ended up setting up a Facebook group called the Video Marketing Group. I've got about 7,000 members in that group. And of course, I started doing stuff with videos, and that led to ranking videos, and that led to working out how to rank videos. So I have a pretty substantial blog network. I think the last time I looked, I had over 32 million blogs. I have blogs in many niches. So a lot of agencies like William, a lot of guys come to me for niche relevant backlinks. And of course, I use those blogs to basically rank or help people rank GMBs, videos, websites, inner pages, location pages, all sorts of things. Basically, if it can be backlinked and if it can be embedded, I can do it. So why should you listen to me? Let me just share my screen here. Let's just show you some stuff. So I'm going to go here to Google Incognito, and I'm going to click on YouTube. So you should see that I'm not logged into YouTube. And so if I do a search here, SEO services, now that's a pretty competitive keyword. Now you notice here's SEO services and here's SEO services and backlinks by Link Daddy. So I'm ranking #1 here, and I've got this position. I'm outranking, you know, Brian Dean from Backlinko, Chase Rayner. I mean, these are pretty heavy hitter guys. Let's put in another keyword here, backlinks. I'm ranking #1, #2, #3. I'm outranking Neil Patel, Ahrefs, again, Brian Dean. Like backlinks is, I mean, we're talking backlinks is an international keyword. Okay. So this is a pretty decent keyword. This is not like a long tail keyword that, you know, gets 10 searches a month, right? If I white label SEO, actually I need to spell that right. White label SEO. This is an ad, but here's me ranking again. I think I'm local SEO. I'm ranking again. There's William. So anyway, basically I know a thing or two about ranking videos, and I've started to get heavily into video. I kind of was, you know, I was very much into backlinking and GMBs and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, people's attention spans are getting less and less and less. And, you know, they're not going to read long articles. They're just not going to do it. People want to be entertained. And so what I'm now getting into is I actually make blog posts. So if I go to nearme.vip, this is a business directory. You're all welcome to come here and register for free. If I go here to blog, I've actually got, you know, well-written articles that I'm adding to the blog. And what I do is I actually convert these blogs into videos. Okay, so now I'm just in the process of setting up my nearme.vip channel. So this is the banner, 5-star businesses for 5-star people. That's kind of like the caption. Now, so I've on this site, I've created some playlists. So you'll see here is my internet's a little bit slow here. Refresh this, see if it pops up again. Yeah. Your connection is unstable. Yeah, I'm not my usual place. So you're just going to have to take my word for it here. Basically, what I do is I take an article and I actually convert that into around about 8 videos. So I get an article written and it's a 1600. But really doing this, I'm creating 200 words and video scripts actually an article, and then I make 8 videos with that data, and then basically link back to the blog. So this is a great way to boost your website. So you know, so if you look at your website, you can now make videos using the content, and then want to basically video. Now, the decision you have to make is whether you upload those videos to a branded channel like your own channel, or whether you don't put all your eggs into one basket. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this nearme.vip, I don't want to upload all of my videos into this channel that I'm making because I've lost channels. And unfortunately, there are some unscrupulous people out there that will just keep pressing on report, 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 and then basically the bots come along and whatever reason your channel gets suspended, and it can also get nuked. So I don't want to put too much energy into one channel, where if I'm uploading all these made videos that I've made, I don't want to lose all that work. So my strategy with this nearme.vip is I'm actually going to live stream a lot of videos, so that if I do get attacked, I can definitely fight with YouTube that hey, that this is a real channel. But when you're actually making videos, covering a whole heap of different niches like I am doing for this business directory, I spread my risk. So like I have a lot of blogs, 32 million, I have a lot of YouTube channels. I don't even want to tell you how many YouTube channels I have. Anyway, so, but I make really nice videos and I make really nice thumbnails. I'm going to go to my Facebook group because this way I can show you some examples. I'm just going to move this out of the way. How do I move this out of the way? Okay, I'll see, my internet here is so crappy that I can't even, it would seem that I can't even show you. I can't even show you some of the examples. It can't be right. I'm just going to refresh this and see if that helps. That's stupid. Bloody Facebook's not letting me show any more on this post. Anyway, here's another example of a post. So I've got this page called the top 10 best roofers in Austin, Texas. And so I've added these roofing companies. And what I've done is I've actually made a video for each one of these roofers. I haven't charged them for it. Now, if we go here to Google, hold on, I should be looking in YouTube. There we go. So here's a video. I don't know if you can hear this, but basically what we do, this is a review video. This is another strategy that you can be doing to promote your 5-star reputation. So you use a video maker, you take a little bit of intro off your website, and then you're going to basically take about 3 sentences from your website talking a little bit about yourself. And then you would introduce your 5-star reviews. So like here are what our clients say. So Sharon Thorne says, and then you would screenshot the actual Google review. This is like the real review from Google. Now you can't hear it at the moment for some reason, but I've actually got this, you know, I've got this all voice-over. So, you know, basically you could do like 3 reviews and that's going to end up being about a 2-minute video. You know, this is obviously branded. So that's actually the business name, reviews. So, you know, you could do several of these types of videos. And why would that be important? Because when a person goes to Google and checks out your company, for example, you know, they're going to see reviews ranking there on page 1 for your company name, and they'll start watching these reviews. And this is another way to promote your reputation. And like what William does, you can actually put the NAP in here. You can put a link to the CID. Now, of course, I'm not doing everything because I'm actually doing these videos for free. So I'm not making them amazing. I'm not, you know, sending a lot of views to them or anything like that. I'm just trying to get, you know, the roofing company's attention. So I'm basically creating these top 10 roofing pages for 300 cities, and I'll be doing this for multiple niches on my business directory. So the idea is I go to the business and I say, hey, look, you know, we've added you to the top 10 roofing page. We've actually created a free listing for you. So they come here, they see their logo isn't there. It's just some blurb about their business. There's no link to their website. And of course, you know, we've actually made a free review video for you. So, you know, basically what I want to do is I want to upsell this guy to a premium listing where he's going to pay me $600 a year, and he's going to get, you know, this beautiful, well, actually, let me show you an example. So internet's a bit slow, unfortunately. So here's the guy's logo. We created a nice article about his business, the times. Do follow link to his website. You know, this is like a proper article written. We've embedded his GMB. We've actually pulled in his reviews from Google and Yelp. So every time someone writes a review, it actually updates this page. And yeah, and so what I then do is I then create videos and actually link back to this page. So this is like a premium listing. And that's, of course, what I want to sell. So now some of the things that you can be doing is I actually use a service called InVideo. InVideo.io. I actually have a team of video people that I've trained to make videos for me. I use Lovo, which is one of the most advanced voiceover systems that you can get. I think a lot of other voiceover companies are using actually this system. So this to me is the cream of the crop. So I have 2 accounts, and there's a lot of voices, and it's really good quality. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but I can't, there's no sound here. So I'm not quite sure why that is. Can you guys actually hear me? Very impressive. What tools?
Yeah, we definitely hear you, Tony.
Oh, okay, cool. No worries. Can hear you. Great. So for some reason you can't hear the video, but I'd love you to hear the video, because then you'd hear how good the quality of the video is. So, yeah, so this service is called Lovo. I also use Infinite Tunes. Now, another thing is when you use a lot of these, like even with InVideo, if you use their default kind of music, this type of thing, what you'll notice is when you upload the videos, that you'll have a copyright claim on that video pretty much straight away. What does that mean? It means that you won't get penalized, but what's going to happen is kind of, you know, basically your video is now getting taken over, as far as, you know, the people that owns the music of that video can now advertise on your
video. You can't
video.
monetize it.
You can't monetize it. So what I do is I use Infinite Tunes, which means that I actually create a unique background music track, and I bought the pro version, and I think I get up to, I think it's like a 6-minute video or something. And we create like a piece of music specifically designed for that video, and it ends perfectly at the correct time. So it's completely unique, and you can pick your, you know, the style, the theme, whether it's upbeat, whether it's mushy music, whatever you want. And this thing is an AI, and it will generate a unique piece of music for your video. Okay. Now, I mean, I'm into creating really good quality videos because I want to sell videos as a business, video production, local business videos, actually as a service. Plus, I'm building a business directory, and so I'm using videos. If you can imagine, like 10 roofers for every city times 300 cities, that's 3,000 videos just for the roofing niche. And I'm going to be doing this for plumbing, for chiropractor, for whatever. So that's why I need a lot of YouTube channels. And of course, all of these videos that I'm making are branded videos for a local business. And it's all linking back to the Near Me business directory. So if you can imagine over time how many videos are actually going to be out there, it's going to be super, super, super powerful. And I'm not just doing this for the US. This is also going to be for Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, Ireland, Singapore, and probably South Africa. So this is big, right? I'm going to take a bit of the Yelp pie. That's my goal. So tools, here's my personal website, Link Daddy. You can see here, like we made an article about domain authority. Okay. And so you can see these thumbnails. I mean, they look amazing. And that's part of the secret is if you want your videos to rank, YouTube's reading all this stuff. They have like face recognition software. They are able to now read the words on the thumbnails, not just hear the words, but also read the words. So you've got to put some effort into making nice thumbnails. So let's have a look at this. Domain authority. I'm sure you'd all agree that that's a pretty important keyword. So now, who'd like to dominate YouTube like that? Right? Here's Neil Patel, here's Ahrefs, and here's me. Now, does that catch your attention or what? And these are all completely different videos. It's not the same video 8 times. This is all from a blog post. So this is actually a title, and this video is about the first part of the blog. This is the next title, and this is the next video. This is the next title, the next part of the blog. So that's that particular one. Now, where's my channel? Here we go. How to use local SEO services. There you go. I was able to open up a playlist so you can see here's the videos, right? Again, this is all, it's all a blog that I've converted into 8 videos. So I think I already showed you local SEO services. I got my spelling wrong. Hold on. So yeah, I mean, I am actually logged into a channel here, but I just, want to give you the idea. So, I'm like, how do you get the most out of local SEO services? Like, that is actually a really good title for a video, and it's ranking for local SEO services. So now this is what YouTube is looking at. They're looking at the intent of the video. It's no longer just put a keyword in the title, keyword in the description, keyword in the tags. a lot of that actually doesn't matter anymore. It's all about the intent of the video, what you're saying in the video, what's actually on the thumbnail. That's what they're looking at. This is part of the secret to ranking. If you go to my group, unfortunately, I don't know why I can't, I'm trying to refresh this bloody page. I don't know if it's a Facebook issue or whether, this is crazy. I can only show one post. What is going on with Facebook? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, so yeah, here's me just showing off in my group, showing some rankings. So like, here's the playlist here, like here's one of the blog posts. So, you know, I create the playlist. So all of these are titles like babysitting and childcare services, right, is the name of the blog post. How to start babysitting, childcare babysitting basics you should know, how much to charge for babysitting websites help. These are all blog post titles, and then each video is the content of the blog of that particular section. Then I create the playlist, and then I put, you know, basically content into the playlist description and link to my blog post. Well, you could do the same. So, you know, if you're a dentist or if you're a roofing company or if you're a landscaper or whatever, you should have content on your website. You know, you could make a whole frequently asked questions section about questions about landscaping or something. And, you know, get someone to write it for you, use conversion AI, and then turn that into videos. You know, link back to that page, put it into a playlist. I take it one step further, and I'll show you what I mean. So I actually create a Google site, and you can see here's all of these same roofing companies on the homepage of the Google site, right? And then we're linking to an inner page. Okay, and I'm actually using a Google stack. So, you know, I've got all this, I've created, I don't know why this isn't showing, but I think that's because I'm logged in. So we've got, you know, Google Docs, you know, we've got everything you can think of as far as the Google stack, the calendars. Oh, it looks like that video has been deleted. I need to look at that to see why that is. Let's have a look at another one. I was using some software, which was actually, I paid $4,000 for the licenses. And basically I came to the conclusion that it was just a spam tool. It created me all sorts of problems. It was called Brute Force SEO Evo 3, The Revenge. And you know, I spent $4 grand on this thing, and I just had nothing but problems. But anyway, these videos I've embedded on this Google site. So, you know, that's another thing that you might want to look at. You create videos, you put them into a playlist, you then link it back to your inner page, your location page, your service page, and then you go and take all of those videos and then create a Google site or a Google stack that's actually linking back to that page as well. Super powerful strategy. Why would you want to be creating videos? Well, let's say you get a blog post written. Doesn't cost that much. You can do it yourself, or you can pay $100 or something like that, get a blog post written, and you could do, and every month, you know, if you're going to write, give it to someone to write, and you basically, I want 8 200-word scripts for these questions about, for example, roofing. So you go to Google, you put in roof repairs, you get these questions, Maybe you put in another keyword and you come up with 4 questions. And you'd like, one of the questions might be, how much should a roof repair cost? And let's say you're in Austin, Texas. So then you would add, how much should a roof repair cost in Austin, Texas? Can a roof be repaired? Can an Austin roof be repaired instead of replaced? What do you call roof repairs in Austin? How much does it cost to fix a roof leak in Austin, Texas? So then you would give that to a writer who writes the content for you. Now you create videos with all of these questions, and they're all going to link back to your roof repair page. Then you put them all into a playlist. Now, next month, you write a completely different article. Maybe it's roof replacement because you're in the roofing business. So you go to roof replacement, you go to Google, you look at, well, what are people also asking for here? Now you get some content written about what is the cost of a replacement roof in Austin, Texas, for example. So every month you could target like 8 different keywords, like roof replacement Austin, Texas, new roof Austin, but people are using YouTube it's the second most biggest search engine other than Google. And I wouldn't be surprised in the future if actually YouTube surpasses Google in terms of traffic, because people just don't read stuff that much anymore. That's just my opinion. We're in a video age. People are glued to their mobile phones. They're not into reading so much. Maybe they read a fictional story, but they're into entertainment. They're into, obviously, reviews. They're afraid of making the wrong decision. So if you're in business, you should be constantly promoting your 5-star reputation. Anybody, of course, can just put reviews on a website and say, well, Bob said blah, but that doesn't look so legitimate. So you want to use videos to drive people to the real review on your GMBs, for example. Or you could actually turn your reviews into a video and market your 5-star reputation actually on YouTube. So anyway, I'm just going to check the chat here. What does the tool? Okay, I'm just going to go back and just answer some questions. Works in YouTube video. Did you say 32 million blogs? Yes. Actually, more than that. What tool do you need to manage 32 million blogs? I use Money Robot. I have 13 servers, and on each server I have 24 VPS. So that will give you an idea. It's like 160 computers. Each one has Money Robot on it. I have quite a large network, of course, 267 blog platforms. My by don't get results, they say it doesn't work. That's just because, when you first you don't necessarily understand it. Well, I've been using it from the get-go, 2015, but I also don't use Money Robot content. I use a much better content system, which is Mentorprise. I spend $600 a month on that just to create content. And you can ask William, what the content actually looks like. It actually looks like a proper blog. So Aiden, Mentorprise, plus VAs, plus coders, lots of servers. Yep. Good shit. The #1 for domain authority in Melbourne too. Good. Green like the color of money. Yep. Like green like the GoDaddy green. Because when I was coming up with a name, I knew, well, I'd heard that the best domains are verb noun, and it should be under 12 characters. They're the best names, like GoDaddy, for example. That's a verb noun. So one day, I spent a lot of time looking at this, and so I thought, okay, well, what do I do actually? I sell backlinks. So I thought, okay, backlink is kind of a verb. I could make that short, like link. So that's to link to somebody. That's a verb. And then daddy is a noun. And I looked at the definition of daddy, and one of the definitions is the biggest, best, or largest version of something. So link daddy also is a verb noun. And then I thought, well, no one really knows me. So what I'll do is I'll use the GoDaddy green, because in marketing, when you're unknown, the idea is to position yourself with something that is known. And so a lot of people look at this and they go, I think I know that company. And that was kind of like the idea behind it. Can we get back and add video thumbnails, or does it need to be done when you upload a video? No, you can, if you've actually phone verified your YouTube channel, basically you enable a couple of features, and one of the features is the ability to upload thumbnails, and you can change those thumbnails whenever you want. And that's really good for a certain business, because think of the thumbnail kind of like a billboard on the side of the road. So now you don't want to use your thumbnails in a bad way. You don't want to use them as clickbait. But let's say you sell fish, for example, and you've done videos about aquariums or something, and maybe you're running some specials. So, your videos ranking in YouTube for, how to look after your aquarium or something like that. And then maybe you want to run some kind of special, like, different kind of cleaning tools for cleaning your aquarium. So you might, create a thumbnail, this month only 50% off, aquarium, and you'd obviously have some keywords on there like aquarium equipment. You could make the thumbnail in Canva, for example. Do you write all the blogs? Are they AI written? I actually pay a guy $500 a week to write me content, an article for LinkDaddy, an article for nearme.vip. I've got a very, very sneaky strategy that I'm now working on. And if William lets me, I'll tell you what it is. William, will you let me tell him? Looks like I've lost William.
I'm here. You can tell him, bro.
Okay.
Just don't give away too many secrets.
Okay, so here's a strategy that I'm going to be working on. So let's think about industry leaders. Okay, so now I've got a website called nearme.vip. It's a business directory. And I thought, okay, well, I'm really good at ranking videos. How could I leverage industry leaders' names and actually rank videos for their names? Okay, so let's take Neil Patel, for example. So a lot of people know Neil Patel. If you actually look at the number of people searching for his name, he gets a lot of people actually searching for him in YouTube. So I thought, okay, well, how could I ethically rank a video for the name Neil Patel? Well, what I do is I actually get a content writer to write a very flattering article about Neil Patel, about how great he is, about how he's helped the industry, about how he's an expert, blah, blah, blah. And then I take that article and I convert that article into 8 videos, right? And then I rank those videos for his name, and I link back to the blog post. Now I'm going to send that article to Neil Patel and say, hey, Neil, I just wanted to say I think you're wonderful, and I wrote an article about you, and here it is. Now, maybe he just might link back to my blog post. And if I get a do follow link from Neil Patel's website or Brian Dean's website or Grant Cardone's website or whatever, it's a nice way to get some really good backlinks. But not only that, I'm leveraging their brand. I'm leveraging their name. Because if people go to YouTube and they type in Neil Patel and I've got a video there ranking #1 or several videos and I'm actually outranking Neil Patel for his own name, well, that's going to get me some traffic. So that's kind of like a new little strategy that I'm going to be testing. And you could do that in your own niche. Who's really good in your niche? Who's an opinion leader? Maybe you could do that for local city council members. So for example, maybe there's a particular local city council guy that actually does a lot for the community. So you get an article written about them, right? Make some videos, see if they actually get some traffic, like for that particular opinion leader, that particular politician, whatever. It's local, it's relevant. And you might actually end up with a backlink back to your website. William, you said you'll show us another tool edition.
Yeah, I'll show them that once you're done.
Okay.
Because we're going to go on to the next couple of sections.
Looks like I've answered everyone's questions. But anyway, so a little plug for myself. Is that I do have a service called YouTube Backlinks. It's $137. So I can't guarantee every time that you're going to rank your video, but pretty much any video I touch, I rank it. Obviously, it depends on the niche, but for local videos, I'm pretty confident that we could rank a video on YouTube. So
he's been very, 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 very fucking humble. So, very humble. The top channel is Neil Patel for local SEO course, and I outrank Neil Patel. So I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So if he's saying, he can't guarantee, I mean, that's a fact. You can't guarantee stuff, but every video I've ever had Tony work on or massage ranks them. Sometimes it takes minutes, sometimes it takes a couple of days. So I'm gonna have Tony drop I'll put his link. I'm not asking for any affiliates or nothing like that with Tony, but once we're done with the course, all this will be uploaded in the back end, the template, the spreadsheet, Tony's links, everything. Also Tony's group, all that will be back in there. We're going to wrap it up with a little bit more, but let's see, just a couple more things. So I'll go over real quick. Mirroring on the final tab of that spreadsheet, I go over mirroring your website, which is what Tony was just really talking about. You're making a video. He's not just making a video. He's not just making a playlist. He's not doing it randomly. He's actually putting that. It mirrors his website. It mirrors his blogs. You know what I'm saying? So those blogs are mirrored back into your playlist. Now, where a lot of people will talk about as well, which I do promote Hydra Viper. Okay. I do use micro workers, but I have not used micro workers for anything but 3 videos. Okay. And I could show you if you want to see it. So, because I know I have non-believers, but like everybody. So if you don't know what micro workers is, it does work. There are some people that tout it as the best motherfucking thing since sliced bread, and it is not. There's various methods: push notifications, views, social media, Google ads, Facebook ads, creating a Facebook ad, getting local traffic to a video or getting local traffic to a website, that sort of thing. But just to show you, I mean, because some people may think that I'm joshing you or whatever. I literally only ran, I think, 3 campaigns, none of which are to anything that Tony has worked on. I did one for Black Hat SEO. I've literally only got 19 views. I did one for this one, which was for this video right here for CTR manipulation, and only got 43 views. The only one I sent a shit ton of traffic to was the video I did. It's a music video about SEO and Black Hat SEO, which is very specifically this one. That is the only micro workers work I have used to do anything.
By the way, why did you make that one private?
I made it private because I have certain things going on right now. Just FYI. I have about, to be completely open, I have about 6 different videos that are being made by a rapper. I have a professional rapper that actually puts them together for me. And then I'm taking the artwork and putting it together as an SEO album. And he's actually making an entire video with him rapping it. Once I get my studio done, I'm actually going to do some as well. Just, just playing around and stuff because it's fun. Now to show you some of the results, like what I was just saying with him, with Neil Patel, the other tool that I use is called Keywords Everywhere, right? So if you look up, and I want to show you this, this is kind of for him too. If you look up, for example, local SEO, you see Link Daddy here, right? And it tells you the top channels, Tony Peacock, right? And it's right under Neil Patel. Now, if I type in local SEO course, #1 person is me. Top channels, Neil Patel. You can go in.
That's because he's got more videos. That's all.
Yeah, and then you go in here. Same thing. Hrefs is the top channel, but we're beating them. And if you get the credits, they'll actually show you the search volume. It'll give you a detailed breakdown. If you wanted to look up some ideas about, let's say roofer, whatever, you go to detailed breakdown and it shows you all the titles and all the popular videos. So I could literally go, well, let me make, another video about a complete SEO course for beginners or roofing services in West Virginia, whatever. And you can name it similar to whatever they're doing, change it up a little bit. What I tell people, SEO 101 is find someone that's ranking for what you want to rank. Find out what they're doing that's working, throw it into your mix, and then outrank them. That's essentially all I've done. Tony and me have been talking about YouTube SEO for a good couple of months now. And I have not been using anybody but fucking Tony to do all my stuff. And I've invested heavily into Tony. If you look at, and I had one very specific individual, doing screenshots showing that they're #1 across the board for everything, but we'll literally show you everything here. This is in, this was in, if you will, let me show you real quick. Screenshots I had people sending me. These are not my screenshots. These are screenshots other people are sending me, right? And literally #1 Black Hat SEO, Black Hat SEO, CTR manipulation, Black Hat SEO, best local SEO course, best GMB SEO course, GMB ranking SEO course, Black Hat SEO, CTR manipulation, local SEO expert. You got Tony here with me. So it's different when someone's saying they're using their own VPN versus someone's actually sending you screenshots from everywhere from Pakistan to Nigeria to the United States, West Coast, East Coast, everywhere. And this is one me and Tony did last night. I launched it within 12 minutes. It was on page 1 of Google. So It's very, 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 very highly effective. I'm gonna be dropping this spreadsheet in the back end and everything. Do you want to add anything, Tony?
There's a lot of questions about any deals for GMB members, that type of thing.
Yeah, if you come up with something, just if you can send me the link and then I'll drop it in on the back end as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I need to know what kind of deal people want. I generally don't tend to discount because I don't need to.
Yeah, honestly, you don't need to. I dropped what? I dropped at least, enough money. I'll put it that way. I brought a good amount of money,
But look, I do niche relevant backlinks. So, if anybody orders, what they would, if you want to order from me, you would need to send an email to tony@linkdaddy.com. And then you'd need to say that you're in the GMB GMB Elites, right?
Yep, GMB Elites.
Okay. And so, and then just a little brief thing, I saw you on the video. I want to take advantage of the offer. So if you order a YouTube backlinks gig, the video needs to be under 10 minutes. Okay.
And you get into the specifics of that, because that's one thing I didn't touch on, is that if it needs to be under 10 minutes because you want to get the view rate above 85%, because the higher your view rate or the longer someone watches it, just like if the longer someone stays on your website, the less the bounce rate is, the more the dwell time is. And therefore Google, same thing as YouTube, they go, this is a good channel on this specific subject, and therefore it helps your channel. That's why he wants it to be that way. I did put FYI in the spreadsheet on tab 4. I do have your two links for your pricing and your YouTube backlinks.
Oh, you put the links there.
Yeah, I put them in there because you're my secret. Everybody wants to know what my fucking secret is. It's Tony. It's not.
Well, if you're not already a member of LinkDaddy, you're going to get a free campaign worth $35 anyway. Okay, because everybody who signs up on my website, I give them a free campaign, which is called Do Follow SEO Backlinks. It's 95% generic anchor text. It can be used for anything, to backlink your website in a page, a service page, a video, a GMB. It's a multi-purpose gig. Just with YouTube backlinks, there's a lot involved. So it's not as profitable, but I can't make it too expensive. Otherwise people, they don't want to spend money, because a lot of people still haven't really understood the value of YouTube. A lot of people still think YouTube is about a place where you go and watch funny cat videos. They don't necessarily see YouTube as a powerful marketing tool.
Second largest search engine out there. Second largest search engine is YouTube. It's owned by Google. I mean, so to me, it just makes sense.
So, but, send me an email, tony@linkdaddy.com, and, log into my website. And probably what I'll do is anybody who sends me an email and says I'm GMB Pro Elite and mentions that I was on this webinar about YouTube, and you order the YouTube backlinks, like you say, look, I just ordered, here's my receipt or whatever. Whether you've received a free campaign or not, I will give you another 2. So, so if you join my website, you're going to get a free campaign. But then if you write to me and say tony@linkdaddy.com, GMB Elites, the YouTube webinar, then I'll give you another 2 campaigns. So that's $70 worth of backlinks that I'll give you if you order YouTube backlinks, if you order that service. So that's a deal for GMB Elites. that's a deal for you.
Let's see here. Last couple of things you can go over, and then we'll go over it. But do the free members on Facebook get the docs and the recording? No, they do not. Only way you're going to get the documents, the only way you get my SOPs, my standard operating procedures, the only way you get the videos, the only way you get the transcripts, the audio files is by being a paid member. The videos are accessed only to paid members. I do have them on YouTube, but they are on YouTube as private. So the only way someone could ever get them is if someone shares them with somebody. And that's until I actually get them on my own server. And then if you do that, it's a little bit, slows down my server. But on the last tab, I go over what we a little bit of what we already went over, which is using the video and corresponding blogs, pages, press releases, and then using it in the GMB whenever possible, using the videos in your Google Drive stack assets. You want to do that as well. Then besides that, we want to share our videos across all social media outlets. And what I was doing when on top of what having Tony help me out was I was taking my videos and saying, watch the replay, and sending it out to my email list, 60 something thousand people I have on it, sending it out to various places and saying, do this specific search and then click on this specific video and watch it. You can use micro workers. You can run localized Facebook ads, running localized Google video ads. Micro workers, think of it this way with micro workers, the slower the better. So you don't want to go balls to the wall at 1,000 when you set up your campaign. When you set up your campaign, the same way I do when I send out on social media, I tell them specifically, do this specific keyword search. Here's the screenshot of the video you need to watch, like it, watch it all the way, comment on it, like some other people's comments, create engagement, share the video if at all possible. And then they submit a screenshot to me of their completed work. I verify it. And therefore, I have to be a lot more involved rather than doing what I rather do is just pay someone like Tony and say, hey, Tony, just make this shit happen, versus having to go do micro workers. And, it's not the best thing since sliced bread. The other thing which I have went over that y'all have seen before is running Hydra CTR Vipers. Okay. I have one campaign that I ran on Hydra, which was way back in March when I did the one CTR video. I have not run Hydra Vipers on anything regarding my stuff as of late. I run it on other clients. Specifically when I do a video, I put the links inside of it because the Hydra CTR will go in there and click the links and then go and subscribe and make comments and stuff like that. But that CTR template is for Hydra Viper, and that's on another show and another thing, but that's the gist of it. But Tony is really my secret. He's the guy that runs all my YouTube videos. I got email after email where as soon as I do a video, I say, hey, Tony, here's another one. Hey, Tony, here's another one. Hey, Tony, here's another one. He just keeps doing it over and over and over.
Let me clarify for these guys. I'm not making any videos for William. William produces all of his own videos, but William wants me to rank them, and that's what I do. But I also am making a lot of videos for myself, and I'm also developing a video production team and to make review videos, local business videos. So if you're interested in me looking at your website and converting your website into YouTube videos, when I do it, I don't put all the videos onto one YouTube channel unless you want me to. Like if you want me to be a manager of your YouTube channel and we upload the videos and then rank them, well, I can give you a quote for that. But typically I have a YouTube channel, and so I'm going to upload your videos on different channels. So for example, if there's 8 videos, there's going to be 8 different people who've uploaded that video. Why would that be important? Because you know, there's these 8 people that have shared this video or that have uploaded this video, and these people kind of work for me. They could be working for you, you know. Carpet bombing the competition. Basically, I mean, there are tools out there that will take one video and turn it into multiple videos by live streaming it. And that was a tool that I spent $4,000.
Just lost him. He might be back, but I just lost him real quick. Hopefully he'll be back. Let me open up my Facebook just in case. But that pretty much, I mean, wraps it up. Let me see if we have any questions. I'll tell Tony I lost him. Tony, I lost you, buddy. Lost you. But what I'll do is, now that we're done, I'm going to take the video. Once we're done and it's completely, I'll upload it to the back end of the GMB Pros. And then once it's uploaded to GMB Pros, I'll put the YouTube template in there. I'll put the template with a spreadsheet with 5 different columns. The last, if you will, tab that's at, you know, the very last end, which is mirroring your website, and also in carpet bombing your competition, is where I get into running the Hydra Viper and CTR, and you know, using your email list. How many of y'all actually have an email list already built up? Give me a 1 if you actually have an email list. Great. If you don't, you want to start building one. I go over that in the agency mastermind, but you want to start building one. What's going to happen, FYI, this Tony is back, but what's going to happen next week? Next week, when I come back, you know, officially come back, is we're going to do the final week of GMB Reloaded. Then we're going to take a 1-week break, and then we start up our new GMB master class, which is going to be ranking a towing company. And then not too long after that, we're going to be starting up our Make Money with Virtual Assistants class. And I know Tony knows all about virtual assistants. So got you, Tony. Unmute yourself, buddy, if you want to jump in here before we get off here.
Okay. So yeah, typically, I mean, carpet bombing, when I think of carpet bombing, it's like it's kind of like a shot.
Multiplying your content. So multiplying your content and dropping it all on them and burying them.
There are some benefits to that, and there are some reasons why you wouldn't do that. So it just depends on your purpose. Like in William's situation, we had a guy that was like spurting out some crappy stuff. And so we buried him with videos. And so that's, you know, but what you want to look at is having videos as part of your strategy and making, you know, 5 to 10 videos every month and targeting sets of 5 to 10 keywords every month. If you did 10 videos every month, at the end of the year, you're going to have 120 videos optimized for 120 keywords, linking back to different pages on your website, service pages, location pages. Every video can have your NAP in it. Every video can have a link to your GMB in it. If you aren't using this strategy, if you aren't making videos, then I think you're mad, to be honest.
To me, we're actually like Chris Palmer. He does, I believe, 2 a day. He tries to do 2 a day, I believe 5 days a week. And once I'm back from my vacation, I'll be hitting it back again like I was, 2 to 3 a day, 5 days a week, 7 days a week. Because within a year's time, you'll be at about, let's say, 600 videos, and no one can touch you. Nobody. You'll be, you know, like for instance,
some of you. Sorry, I was just going to say a lot of people have a consideration about, I can't be on video. I'm not like William. I'm not like Tony. Well, that's when you use tools like in video. You can use Doodly, you can use Toonly. Like, you just have to sort of think outside of the box, or you just outsource it all and you just concentrate on selling and you just pay people to do it for you.
X.
That's the smartest, that's actually the smartest thing to do. You know, like when I need something that I don't specialize in, like I'm no good at writing content. I'm not a writer, but I pay a guy $500 a week to write me a lot of articles, which I then put on my blogs and I turn into videos. So you got to think, you got to outsource your stuff if you
Yeah, and
want to
that's a
grow your.
lot of times where people go, well, if you have this many, I have almost 60 people and we still, make errors and stuff like that. And it's like, even with that, we outsource it. So I produce the content and we push it out. And I'll produce the content and I'll say, hey, Tony, here's this. Or hey, to my boys, I need you to do this, because you're never going to be able to do it all by yourself. And I'd rather pay
Yeah,
someone like Tony to just handle it.
that was the biggest mistake I made when I was first started. For many years, I was doing everything myself because I had the idea that I couldn't, I can't employ somebody because maybe they'll rip me off, maybe they'll do this, maybe they'll do that. And I got a person, I thought, oh shit. And then I got another person, and then I was like, well, what do I do now?
Yep.
Because now all these other people were doing the work, and I was like, oh, I'll go and have a coffee, I'll go and kiss my wife. And then I thought, shit, I better start building my business. And now I've got 13 staff, and I'm trying to get another person. So I am planning on, I now have, I think, 7 video people. And I bought all the platforms. I bought Easio Video, Sales Letter and Video. I bought Doodly, Toonly. I bought Lifetimes. I bought everything, and I want to, provide this as a service.
We're going to be
And
using you for quite a bit of stuff, because we're actually almost done with our new office to the left of me. And it has a studio, and it's going to have a green room, a recording area.
Right.
That way, we can record our videos, professionally record stuff. And then once it's done, obviously send it over your way. So
Now, I know we're supposed to be ending off, but I just want to say one more important thing. If you have the ability to get in front of a camera, maybe the first time you do it, it's all scary, but look at William. He's the classic example. He gets on a camera, he makes a video. And why has he got a successful business? Because he keeps being there. He keeps putting himself out there. And that's what video can do. Anyone can come to your website, but they don't know you from your website. They can see a picture of you. They can read a bio about you, but that's so impersonal. But when they can actually watch a video, they can hear you breathe, they can see your eyes, you're real. You can't fake that stuff. And in a world in today where we're being constantly lied to by our politicians and everybody else, the media companies, we're just, people don't trust anybody anymore, and they're looking for people that they can trust. So if you're willing to get on a video and you're
and a
genuine,
lot of,
and
I was the same way. I didn't think you would actually quote unquote get business off of YouTube. I just thought maybe you can learn stuff off of YouTube. And now that I'm ranking for the terms and stuff, I have people that message me almost every day or email me off of YouTube, and they say, hey, I just talked to a matter of fact, a music producer probably 4 days ago. And he says, I saw you on YouTube. I'm interested in having you do national SEO, which I don't do. I had to turn him over to Chris Palmer or send him his way, but I don't do quote unquote national SEO. And then I have other people that see me and they're local, and they say, hey, I watched everybody. I really liked you and stuff. And you'll get more and more comfortable with it. I've actually talked to a couple of people about that, because when I first started doing it, if you look at GMB Mastermind, the first class, and then CTR, and then agency, it's a whole transition, because the more you do it, the more you're practicing, the more comfortable you get with it, especially if you're doing classes or webinars. You get more and more comfortable with people and talking to people and communicating. And then you find out, hey, how can I find out what to do videos about? You know, what are people asking, you know, and stuff like that. There's some other hacks I hadn't mentioned in the YouTube that you would like and everybody else probably like. So you can also, here's another hack that I do. You go onto YouTube, you find very large channels where someone's actually, you know, popular, and you follow them. And whenever they go live, there's something called a super chat feature. A super chat is I send them some money. I drop them a little money, you know, $5, $10, $20, whatever. And it comes up at the very top and it has my name, Google My Business SEO, and they'll usually give you a shout out. So now that person has effectively told everybody about me and my channel and everything, and everybody goes and looks at my channel. And this is one of the ways I've been growing my channel as well, is through super chats.
That's smart, mate. That's smart.
I go on to like Neil Patel, you know, Craig Campbell and a couple other ones, and I'm friends with Craig and I'm friends with Chris and shit like that. But I go, here's $20, and then you got your super chat at the very top with your name, and people go, well, who's this Google My Business SEO dude?
Yeah,
I'm interested in that, and they click on it.
That's where your channel has to be like a benefit. Like the name has to be what you do. Like, you know, like
and that's
me,
why
like,
that's why I do that, you know. You know, why I specifically named it Google My Business SEO is that's what I want to be known as. I don't want to be known as an affiliate dude or, you know, an international or backlink dude. Let everybody else do that. I want Google My Business. And what's funny is I've had like, you know, one or two people say, you know, I can't believe it's stupid. See if that works out. Then I got someone like Chris Palmer says that was brilliant. You know, because now when I get, let's say, 400 or 500 videos all about Google My Business, no one can touch it.
Right.
You know, because no one has a channel. You go look up Google My Business SEO, it's me. Boom.
Yeah, you're the authority.
You know, so, and I've only been on, you know, YouTube SEO since about February, Marchish. I grew it up to about 400 or 500 channels. One guy encouraged me very specifically to do it. And then I did that. And then after learning, hey, I need to do it, I started producing content. The more and more I learned, the more and more I listened to some people that taught me about YouTube SEO, which is not just one or two people. I've listed everybody, everything from Tony, everything from Chris, James, Holly, a bunch of different people. You learn from all these people, and you just start applying different things. Chase, where I learned the, you know, if you will, the super chat from was from Chase. Seeing him do it one time, I was like, what the fuck? And I seen that happen, and then I started following different lives, and I seen that. So let me try this out one time. I did it one time, and for instance, when I did it, Craig Campbell on one of his shows, he goes, William Jones is an awesome guy. Google My Business SEO, go check him out. And then he gave me that shout out, and then at the end, he gave me another shout out. So that was all from just dropping a little, you know, money, you know, a little bit of money and saying, here's a super chat. I support your channel. Because what you want to do is if you support someone's channel, $2, $5 might not seem like much, but then let's say 10 people come in there and drop $2 or $5, and it adds up, and it just keeps adding up, and you're supporting the people that are teaching you and doing it for free. I mean, to me, brilliant. Craig, all of them, Craig, Chris, Neil's a real good one, you know, so, but yeah, we're going to get off here.
Okay, folks. Well, you know, thanks for listening to me. You know,
I'm gonna drop your links. I'm gonna drop the group for the YouTube SEO group, and then I'm also gonna drop his link daddy, and I'm gonna drop everything else. Just give me a little bit of time to upload it. I got about 14 not interviews, but about 14 phone calls with clients today. So, but bear with me.
Have a great night or day wherever you are in the world, and you can always write to me and ask me a question, tony@linkdaddy.com.
Appreciate you guys. Y'all be blessed, and I will see y'all next week. Have a good one.
See you.